Hello crafty friends, Amanda here, and I have run into an issue, and it's kind of an inspiration issue. It's kind of a difficulty making decisions thing. So I have decided something, and I thought I would share with you what led me to this decision. So I have these Cropper Hopper folder or photo folders, and I have two of them. And as you can see, it's just filled with photos. And what I've done is I make these little envelopes out of paper, and I can put a template up for it, but you fold the side and then that leaves you a tab to put what the photos are in the thing or any other information you have. So like here, whitewater rafting, and it has all of the photos of whitewater rafting. But then within this system, I have these little tabs that, you know, trips, holidays, this is me, this is our oldest, our home, things like that. These are projects that I kind of started putting things together. So this was from when we went to the Museum of Science in LA. So I need to do something with that. Here are my themes. Disney, our home, Sandy Pines, pet, just kind of talks about those. But I have two of these full. So this one is sorted by the themes. The other one is mostly older photos from when my husband and I were first married and kind of the before kids phase of life. But I have no photos, or very few photos, printed from 2013 and beyond. In addition to two of these, I also have two of these. And this is photos from my mom in her youth. Some of them are like my parents when my brother and I were little. I have this kind of full. But so these aren't sorted yet. But these are the Rogers, so it's probably going to be photos of my parents or my brother. Yeah, there's my brother and this. And I don't even remember that dog, but there's my dad. Gosh, he must be in his 20s there. So I have these photos. And where do you start? What do you work on? How do you pick? I have so much paper. I'll take a photo of that and show you that here as well. But where do you start with these things? How do you decide what you're going to work on? So I decided I've been finding paper to kind of showcase what the new Close to My Heart paper is, which is great, but I have tons of it. I have rows of it, stacks of it. So I decided that instead of choosing the paper and then going and trying to find the photo, I am going to let a roll of the dice decide what my photos are going to be, and then I'll pick the papers and I'll take you on that journey. I'll be right back with my dice. Okay, I'm back. I found some dice. There's a 20-sided dice here, I believe, and then two 6-sided. And there's 10 compartments. So I thought starting here will be 1, 2, 3, 4. But you can't roll a 1 if you roll both dice. So if I roll an 11, that'll be the first section. If I roll a 12, I can pick any section I want. I can do these. I can do some of the other stuff I have. I can just do what I want. So we're going to roll the dice to fix the section. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's this section. Sandy Pines and things we do. And there's only a few folders in there. So I think I'll go ahead and roll both of these to see what... Maybe I'll just roll one of them and see what number I get. 4. So these aren't necessarily in any order. They used to be alphabetical, but now they're not anymore. So folder 1, folder 2, folder 3, folder 4. And this is at Sandy Pines. It's early days of marriage. We're in my mom and dad's purple golf cart, and there's a festival, a fair going on. So this is what I'll scrapbook, and I'll see what papers I can pull next. Here are the papers I found. Most of them are from Candid Moments, and I thought that was inappropriate. And then I also in the Sawyer scrapbooking workshop, just because I was trying to figure out a way to get that purple golf cart represented. I ended up leaving that to the side and just going with the scraps from the Candid Moments papers. And I like to dry fit things. I kind of am using the sketch from Jessie B's Scrapbooking because this is day 1 of the 30 days of sketches, and so I'm playing around with it. She has some framing, and I'll put her sketch up here in the left corner for you. So as you can see, she has kind of these 4 photos with a frame around it, and then flowers in the bottom left corner of the photos and strips down the sides. So I have done that by putting a piece of pattern paper there on the right side, one of the zip strips, and then another pattern paper. It looks like just sapphire cardstock, but it actually has some textured pattern paper to it. And then I went ahead, and again with my scraps, I'm just using what I have. So there's another zip strip with the flowers that has the Sundance color that's in the title from today. So I'm just trying to find some balance. This camera that was from the workshop kit from Candid Moments has all the colors as well. And then these gray leaves, I had some left over from a project I did last week, and I thought these would be perfect. Again, instead of doing flowers around these photos, because it's just us and the dogs, I know, shocking, I don't want to put flowers on my photos, but that's what I'm doing here. If you've watched my channel at all, you might notice that I found new shaping tools for those leaves. So they're they're real bone folder tools, but I use them for shaping, and I will have a link for those down in the description as well. And I'm showing you here that I just put adhesive in the middle of this flower, or this, excuse me, photo cluster, because I know that I'm going to want to slip those leaves underneath, and I'm not sure of my other embellishments as I continue this page what I'm going to want to tuck under. So what I do when I scrapbook is I kind of tack things down, and then I'll go back with my liquid glue and make sure that everything is adhered strongly, so that in 20 years my family is not pulling out scrapbooks and all of the embellishments and pieces of paper and photos are just hanging out in the bottom of the page protector. So to attach my leaves, I like to just make a puddle of glue on, I had one of those multi-purpose mats, and I cut it into 6 pieces, I think. And I just roll them up and keep them when I marker color, when I shimmer brush, and also here for glue, just make a little puddle of glue, and then I can dip those ends of all the leaves in here. And I won't have you watch me put all of these on, but sometimes you need to dip the top of the leaf because you're going to stick it underneath, underneath a branch, and other times I do the bottom of the leaf because I'm going to stick it right to my scrapbook page. I hope that makes sense. I did cut these leaves with the layered flowered set. It has these great leaves in them, and then this is charcoal cardstock, both the light and the dark side, just to kind of give some variation in the colors of leaves here. And I thought this would kind of honor Jessie's sketch for the flowers around her photos, but I didn't want to have flowers on this. And then because I have the camera, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go grab this film strip or photo film die cut from the Info Bloom collection, and I cut that out of charcoal cardstock, backed it in white, and this is going to be my journaling spot, and I want to tuck it in underneath that camera, so I'm just pop dotting out that camera so that it comes in and out easily. My final touch for this is just going to be to add some sparkle gems around the leaves, maybe out by the photo frame, not really sure. It's funny, I love working from sketches, and yet I'm finding the more I do it, the more that I get, I think, the feel of the sketch, or I take one element from the sketch and then make it my own and work with what I have. So I hope that you'll go down under my description, and there's a playlist for all the people that are playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. Thank you, Christy, for doing this. This is series 11, yay. Here's how you can connect with me on social media. Again, under my description, any supplies that are used will have links in there. If you want, give a thumbs up to this video if you liked it. That would be a big help. Or if you haven't seen my channel and want to catch the future videos, subscribe. Here's another video you may be interested in. I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you.